Welcome back, everybody, to a special report from Hot Tag Report. So this was the first part of WrestleMania Saturday. We started off with NXT Stand and Deliver. Boy, did this pay-per-view delivered.
I would like to agree. Yes.
I was standing and I delivered. First, first thoughts about the pay-per-view. How did everybody feel about it overall before we get into the matches?
Who's everybody?
Oh, sorry. We're here with the birthday girl T and our
Hi.
HTR champion.
Yo,
I'm his number one contender, Matt. All right. Overall thoughts about Stand and Deliver. How's everybody feel about it?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought they did. I give it 4 flames. I think they did really good.
it was all right. Most of the matches were okay. Some of them were. One of them was kind of clunky. The only banger was the tag team championship match, in my opinion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think I really enjoyed Stand and Deliver. NXT put on a great show once again. So I'm if I have to give it flames, I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
I think it was a good show. I think there were some slow parts, but overall, I think they did really good for their go
WrestleMania.
home WrestleMania. Yeah.
It was a 3.
3.
Hey, that's better than the
Yeah.
1. You know.
All right. So first match we got is the elimination tag. This was the Meta Girls, Lash Legend, and Jakara Jackson versus Fatal Influence, which was Fallon Henley and JC Jane. We had Gigi and Tatum, and then Cora and Roxanne. Gigi and Tatum picked up the win for this match. How does everybody feel about what happened with this match? This was also on the countdown show. This was not on the main show. This was the very first match on the countdown show. So let's start with it.
I don't.
It didn't get enough. Go ahead.
I just saying I don't agree with it. I didn't agree with the win. I don't agree with the Meta Girls going out how they went out. Because Lash was taking bumps after bumps after bumps after bumps. And you telling me that's how she go out, but okay.
I just think it was like the eliminations were too close to each other, and they didn't give this match enough time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're fine. I think, like I said, it was on this. It was at the very end of the countdown show. So I do agree that I understand that this was a they added this match onto the card like literally last night, but then again they added another match on there like probably 15 seconds before the show started. But it could have been a lot longer, especially for an elimination match.
I think especially like the whole Roxanne walking out thing was weird as
Yeah, I
fuck.
was crazy for that.
Because
So
Cora only came
go ahead.
Cora only came to help you. You didn't have to be in that match. That could have just been a 3-way, you know?
So I was reading little, I keep my ears to the streets in this wrestling thing. I was reading some stuff. I guess this was their way of putting over Cora, making her look nice. because Roxanne is about to transition to main roster, as is Jakara and Lash. But this match made no sense. The eliminations made no sense. I'm not gonna say the match didn't make sense. Um, I don't think I mentioned that the winners of this match are the number one contenders for the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. So they're either going to face Bailey and Lyra or Raquel and Liv next Tuesday, the Tuesday after WrestleMania. But our final thoughts on this match, what are we giving it?
I give
I
this
give it
match
one flame.
a 2.
I'm gonna give it a 2 as well. It could have been a lot longer, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they still didn't explain why Shotzi just stood there and let her
Right.
girls get beat up. Even backstage, like they didn't say nothing. So that was, I don't know.
They act like nothing happened in the back.
Right. Um Next match on the card was the North American Championship. It was Ricky Saints versus Ethan Page. Uh Ricky picked up the win for this match. So let's talk about it.
I what I wanted to happen happened. I wanted Ricky to win, so I need Ricky to stop swaying like that while he in the ring. Not him posing like Ricky. Get your ass over here and wrestle. Stop posing.
He got to show you he can still be pretty and beat people up at the same time.
He definitely pretty because he his little move. I'm like, what is this? That bump he took on the side of the table. What,
Hmm.
like when he flew through the ropes and hit that table? Thought he was down for the count.
Yeah, NXT,
It was a
these
decent
men and women on
match.
NXT go hard.
Mm-hmm. I think they had a good match and they were being, I think they delivered what they were supposed to deliver.
Hmm.
I think they did very good, hard hitting stuff. So happy that Ricky retained his title because I don't want Ethan to have no title no time soon.
All right, how many flames we giving Ricky versus Ethan?
I give it 3.
I give it 2.
2.
I'm gonna
Yeah, 2.
I'm gonna give it 3. I enjoyed this match. I enjoyed it. All right. Here comes my favorite match of the night, y'all. This is for the NXT Tag Team Championships. It was Fraxium versus my boys Hanky Tank. And Hanky Tank are the new NXT Tag Team Champions. Hanky Tank, y'all did y'all big. I'm so proud of
They
y'all.
did. They definitely did.
I knew they
That was
just
the
I
only
wasn't
was.
banger
losing for
match of any of the
nothing.
matches.
They just had to find it deep in their soul to be able to pull it out and be ready for it.
Yes. That was a great match. That's probably the best match on the card.
Hmm. I think they did they did a good job, and I agree. This was the best match of the night.
Hmm.
Best match, hands down. They did amazing. So I'm proud of them. Good, congratulations, Hanky Tanky. I'm proud of y'all. Congratulations on
Hank,
your
go put
title.
an ice pack on your head because you smacked that table like that and you was down for a hot second. Go get an ice pack. Please.
That table got more action than the ring did this tonight. Y'all. I'm like, damn, everybody going on this table.
I just I feel like Fraxium is gonna break up after this. Cause at some point I feel like they're gonna It was your fault we lost the titles. No, it was your fault. They're gonna come look up.
Nathan, you got me in, so I don't want to hear shit. It's your fault, Nathan. And then why
All
ask him
right.
kick his hand like that at the end of the match? He went in, they went to shake their hands, and he kicked, asked him kick, I don't know what a hanky tanky's hand. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he shake it. I'm like, okay, that's
I
bad weird,
guess
but
that was
okay.
like, man, I don't want no handshake. I want a hug instead type thing. I hope that's what that was. Not you throwing shade at my hanky tanks.
Right, because that was weird.
All right, so how many flames we giving the tag team match?
5.
Same.
All right,
They
5 is
definitely earned
accounts
that 5.
for it.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then we're rolling on into the Women's North American Championship ladder match. So this match consisted of Thea Hale, Lola Vice, the WWE Speed Champion, so Ruka, and Zarya and Kalani Jordan. Am I missing anybody? Izzy Dame. I was missing Izzy.
Yeah. I was like, who was it?
Congrats to Soul. Double champ in the house. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
We never gonna see that speed championship on TV, is we?
Hell no.
Oh, put
Gonna
that
get that
belt on
shit.
the
Gonna
TV.
gonna get that shit back to Candice.
But congrats to Soul. She climbed that ladder and got that
Mm,
belt. Um, they need to go and break her and Zarya up.
I thought they was finna make out at the top of that fucking ladder.
I
The
did
way
too. It's very passionate.
Zarya grabbed her face. If I'm so, I would say, are we finna make out? Like, I'm confused. What we doing? Because why you just caress my face like that? Like, we finna be passionate right now. But I think Kaylani and what's her name, Lola Vice, were
Mhm.
my two standouts for this match. I think they did really well. And like we said before, it just sucks to see somebody putting in so much work and then they get nothing out of it. So
Yeah.
Agreed.
all I know is I didn't want Izzy to win. So I was pretty happy about it.
Cause you would have
Whoever
never
won.
heard the end of Easy Mouth. She got that belt.
Mm-hmm. The same shit we hear from Liv. It'd have been the same fucking shit.
Just in a tall, stalkier body.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what are we how many flames are we giving the ladder match?
Mm-hmm. 3.
I give it 2.
I'm gonna give it 3. Ava made a statement on the pre-show that there were 18 women featured on the card tonight. Um, Meaning there were more women on the card tonight than men. So shout out to the women down in NXT because y'all be putting in that work.
If Ava gonna do anything, she gonna have them women on that
She
card.
gonna make sure her girls are
Mm-hmm.
booked and busy.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you want NXT or TNA, you gonna be somewhere wrestling this week.
Yeah.
Next match we had was the D'Angelo family versus Dark State. Dark State picked up the win after Stacks turned on Tony. I knew somebody was turning. I figured it was gonna be Stacks. I just and then after the fact he leaves and he's like, "Stay by your phone. I'm gonna send you a text and let you, I'll see you Tuesday. I'll explain then." No, tell me now.
Also,
Don't make me
Luca,
wait.
it's the fact that you even gave him time to explain. Because if we friends and you turn on my friend, ain't no conversation, bro. I saw it. As soon as I saw you, I would have
Could
hit
have
you in your
snatched
shit.
it
What
through
the
that
fuck is you got going
window.
on? Right. Shout out to what's the girl that be with them though?
Adriana.
Adriana took that. She's over there
Mhm.
high flying. I saw you, girl.
I was quite
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah, when I
That
saw her little
check
ass in the
turn.
air, I was like, hold on. Oh, you talking about the turn?
No, I saw the highlight of her jumping across through the air. I was like, "Whoa, where, girl, where you come from?"
She said, I've been waiting to do this. I think she did really
Okay.
good.
So,
Can we talk about Dion?
yeah,
Cause
he was
when
so mad aggressive.
like for no reason, why is you pushing your teammate? Because he trying to get you together. Like, bro, I'm telling you, you finna get. He was telling him you finna get a count out, and the match, you finna fuck everything. I'm trying to tell you, you push me. Shaquan, whatever it is, I don't know if your name is
Vicky
Shaquan or
boy.
Shaquan, because they sitting here calling you both. But it's when they got in the ring, he tagged him out and then tagged somebody else in, and he over there on the sideline cussing him out. Cause he probably was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this was not what we supposed to be doing. You fucking this shit up. Also, if I get a low blow in front of the ref, is that not a DQ regardless of who hit me?
You would
I
think
just feel
so?
like that match was so clunky.
Mhm.
I think a lot of it is dark state. And then Shaquan kept hitting his fucking neck left and right. I'm
Mm-mm.
like, is his neck okay? Somebody check on Shaquan's neck.
All right, what are we rating this match, y'all?
That one was a one also. That match was extremely clunky.
I'll give it a 2, but the heel turn was expected, but I like the heel turn, so I give it a 3.
I'm gonna give it a 2. I'm not understanding the match. I need to know why he turned. I need to know what happened. Also, in the
Mm.
midst of all of this going on, backstage, they interviewing Penn and Teller. Uh, Lexus had his Heritage Cup. They made his Heritage Cup disappear. So now Lexus don't know where his cup is. Um, so I was looking online. They said this is possibly a way for them to write this cup off or possibly turn it into a belt when it does reappear back up eventually. Um, because I'm just like, why haven't y'all made if different people are gonna be carrying this, why haven't y'all just made this into a belt or something?
Yeah, because carrying this
Why
big
is it
ass
in like
trophy
the
around.
heritage championship, you know?
Yeah, carrying this big ass trophy around. No.
Yeah, I think I mean, I don't know, we'll find out Tuesday, I guess, if he gonna get his shit back.
It's the other one coming out yeeting off. Back it up. Back it
He's
up. That's what his hands look
still
like. He just he was like, back it up. That was funny.
excuse me. All right. So, next match on the card was the NXT Women's Title championship match. This was Stephanie Valkyrie versus Julia versus Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker. Stephanie retained, of course. But how does everybody feel about this match and how it went?
It was okay. I figured that what's her name was gonna get pinned. That they were gonna pin
Mhm.
the weakest link.
But the crazy thing is, I don't even see her as the weakest link. She put in the most work. I feel like Jada was cheated.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they didn't want to pin Jordan because she hasn't been pinned yet. They didn't want to pin the other chick because she just came back. So the only logical answer was to have her be pinned.
Yeah, but you could have pinned Julian.
But she just came back, so they got to make her strong. So
Okay.
they got to build her back up. So you can't do that when you have people her getting pinned. So it was the most logical thing is for her to get pinned.
Yeah, but don't. Julia should have never been in that match to begin with. Like her, she could have waited to after everything got done with them, and then be like, "I want my title shot,"
Mhm.
instead of
Hmm.
doing it that way. If it was about keeping her big,
I thought this was a pretty decent match. I don't know who Stephanie's gonna go against after this. I don't want to see her and Julia again for a little minute. I don't want to see her and Jordan right now. I feel like they should give Jada a chance
mm-hmm.
at a title shot. Um, are they gonna give her the NXT Women's Champion? Nah, I think they probably gonna try to give her the North American. But I mean, we know why she ain't win that match.
Right.
So,
I think also she could have. I mean, if we're going on this heel that Jada is, her sitting on the side crying is not helping her heel character.
mhm. Unless she's crying because she angry.
Right.
And that's a whole different thing.
But like, just sitting on the side crying ain't, you know, it ain't gonna get us where we need to
Yeah.
go.
Sometimes you gotta cry it out first though. You gotta let it out and then go take care of beast. But how many flames
I'm
are we
sure.
giving this particular match?
I'll give it a 3.5.
I give it a 2.
You
I'm
just
gonna give
giving
it a 3.
everything. You giving everything low
Matt is
except
the hardest critic out here. He look, he ain't got nothing on these dirt sheets.
he
He ain't got
said.
nothing on 'em.
You think Dave Meltz is hard? Let me do this shit.
Look, you who Triple H was talking about in that interview earlier this week. Talk about some fuck the critic. All right, then we rolling into our main event, which was Obafemi versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans for the NXT Championship. Oba retained. Boo.
I figured what's his name was going to get pinned. I know they was going to pin Trick because they want this to keep going with Trick and Oba.
Mhm.
I do want
I
to give
don't
a
like
shout
how
out
they
to
just
Javon
dismissed
though.
my boy.
I gotta give a shout out to Javon.
Yes,
Javon was doing his damn thing in that match though.
he was.
It was a good match.
I
That
was like,
match was
damn,
good.
all his high fly moves. Like, I'm like, Javon is doing the thing. I definitely see him holding the title at some point. I think he will be a good champion because he's really good, and I like him in the ring. He's really good in the ring. He's giving that Sammy thing right now, where it's like you consistently the underdog, and people keep underestimating you.
I could
Because at one
see
point I thought,
them.
so sorry.
No, you're good. I was gonna say I could see them running a championship match back again, but just Oba and Javon maybe at the like next pay per view after this one. Um, I just want him to. I want him and Jada to have a chance. Just give him a chance. Give him a
Right.
chance. All right. How many flames are we giving?
That match, I'm gonna give it a 4. I think it was really good.
It was a 3. What's his name put in the work though?
Which one?
I forgot his name. The dude from North Carolina.
Oh, Javon.
Javon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it a 4 as well. It was a it was a pretty nice match. It's definitely didn't get Hanky Tank to stole the show. So sorry. Not sorry.
They definitely did.
But
They did.
overall, how you guys feel about the pay-per-view? Where you guys rated? Where you see things going from here?
I see. I rate the whole thing. I give it a 3 overall. I think that I agree with you that Fraxium is gonna break up. I definitely see that coming. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I agree that we don't know what's next for Stephanie. Want to see Soul have a nice title run, and I kind of want them to run this 3-way back again. I thought it was a good match. What do you think?
I want to see Soruka and what's her name. I want to see those two split up, and then those two beef over the championship.
Zari?
Yep. And I want to see Hank and Tank have a decent I want to see them have a decent title reign. And I want to see Obi and Oba and Trick.
No, Javon.
No.
Wow. I thought this was a pretty great pay-per-view. Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying Hacky Tank stole the show. Like that was my favorite match on the card.
Mm-hmm.
Um I don't know. Like I said, I see Fraxium breaking up. I need Stacks to explain himself because why you do them folks like that. I need Shotzi to stay while she was just standing on the side of the ring, not helping her friends. I need explanations come Tuesday. So Sean Levert Michaels.
Not Levert.
Don't party too hard with Triple H this weekend because I need answers come Tuesday. And if I don't, you gonna see me.
Because that shit don't make no sense.
All right. Is that everything for NXT Stand and Deliver? Any questions, comments, concerns?
I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in again, once again, to the special report for Hot Tag Report. I think we're doing Night 1 WrestleMania and Hall of Fame next.
I
So,
think so.
okay.
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
I know I just recently got a message asking, "Are we covering Hall of Fame?" And I was like, "Of course we are. You know we are. We gotta talk about it. It's wrestling.
Right. Wrestling.
It's wrestling." But yeah, we're gonna talk about Hall of Fame speeches and everything that was going on there. We're also getting prepared to watch night 1 of WrestleMania. Miss T is about to celebrate the rest of her birthday. And we're just about to
I'm
have a good funky
excited.
time.
Right.
So make sure you guys are subscribed to the Spotify, share with your friends, your grandma, that lady down the street, and that dog that be coming knocking your trash can over. Alrighty. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.